I'm taking that off. Clip. Clip. Missing. Clip. 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 All clips. Centers pop out. And then they pop out. More clips. And then more clips. I already took them out. All the same. All the way down. And she's ready to come out. Screw. Screw. Phillips head. These guys. And you pull outward. Try to pull them. Gets the guy out. We took these out as well. 1, 2, 3 for the license plate. And let's see if she comes off. I'm on the phone.
I'm not on the phone.
I know I am. See? Those are just guides.
I wanted to see what the motor was.
Those are just guides. And she's off. Screw went missing. This thing's been taken off once before. Screw and clip was missing. That's why it was a little bit easier to take apart. So we gotta get these guys out and put the fogs in. Because from your Bezos warehouse. That's what we're putting in.
That's what happens.
One screw and she pops out. Look, it even tells you what side it is. Amazing. Leave it on the right. Left.
You probably got all them angles and them flip.
There you go.
Really, my friends hate when I take pictures.
All right, so let's pop these guys out.
What do you think?
And push it out. And work your way around, just like I did here. Center in, push it through. Center in, let's work our way around.
Get your car in the driveway.
Meticulous. Meticulous. But you can get it. And she's out. Let's go put the new stuff in. Here you go. Here's your wiring. No installation. Gotta love it. We got some screws. Let's go figure it out. I already got this guy in. Already got this guy in from the front as in the back. Let's keep going. I was able to get one screw, and I'm gonna try to get another screw. And it's screwed into the actual back of the bumper. Can you see that? Let's see. There you go. So I'm gonna weasel this screw in from the back, from the front, to screw into the actual bumper. That's what they gave us. That's what we're gonna use. You can weasel it. It'll fit. You can barely tell, but on an angle, it'll go. Wire side first, and then you have to sort of weasel this one in, and you can get it. You see? And you gotta mount this post right here to this hole. Let's do that. Pins in. Let's go get these screws back in. Here, started by hand, and then we use the drill. Push really, really, really hard. Here's without it. Here's with it. Really, really hard. And jam it in there. We're gonna try to get some hot glue in the back just to make sure this thing doesn't move. Let's move on to the next one. Yep, wrong way, wrong way, wrong way. What the hell? Wrong way. I think I'm gonna leave that in the video. See? Push really, really hard. Line it up, push the side in first, and push really, really hard. Just don't break it. You break it, you bought it. This one, for the most part, snapped in a little bit better than the other one. So we're going to, you see like this one? We're going to kiss it with some hot glue just to make sure this puppy doesn't go anywhere. Alright, let's go get the hot glue. Alright, next thing's next. We had to drill a hole. most of these cars come with clutch plates, which means that there'd be a stick. So you always drill there. We take a unibit on a drill, and then you drill a hole. And now we have a rod. So we have a rod. Now we pull the wires in. And we're leaving the rest of it out here. Good thing we already tested it. Test your work. Because factory switch is no good. We had to cut it out. We're running our own switch. I'll show you that in a bit. And we are through. And we're going to use the existing wires. Let's pull them off. And we're going to show you, we're going to use this new switch. Show you how to work this thing. Factory switch, no bueno. We had 2 reds. They're actually jumped. So I'm going to take one off, because whatever I put on this red, it's going to come out this blue and go out to the relay outside under the hood. Ground is ground. So let's do it. Okay, so we did not have this style fuse because it is the tiny, tiny ones. But as long as you have the actual fuse that will fit into this connector. Now, I did not do this purposely. I just didn't have it. So you can have, they do make these, where you can do it yourself and use that fuse box. Now, I'm doing this purposely this way because I would not have done it this way, but I'm doing it so you can see to do it yourself. All right, so you want to make sure this puppy goes in. Now this will still fit. Let's see. Let's fit this guy in. So, existing fuse, see how small it is compared to these guys? These are the older ones. That's the newer ones. They're tiny, tiny. Now, I'm doing this purposely to show you that you do not have to have the tiny, tiny ones. This will still fit, but you have to have 2 of these style fuses. You see? And then now we got ignition. Let's put this puppy in. There you go, right to the fuse box. And there's your ignition wire, which is going to our new switch because we fried the old one, remember? So I checked everything after moving my... We're going to hook this guy up. Here's positive, here's out 2, and here's ground. Now this is a switch we had laying around. I will show you how to tell which wire is what. You read. This is earth load supply. Now, this is not for this installation. This was a switch I had laying around. So yellow should have been black. This should have been switched. I mean, I could probably switch them, but who cares? I don't want to take this all out and change it, because it tells me what it is, and I already tested it. Okay, so we're going to do yellow with ground, but it should be black. And then load would be what the light is. So the actual lights outside, that's your load. And supply is going to be the red. That is your ignition. See that? Now you learned something. That's why I wrote up. Alright, so here's a little trick. We don't want to make this thing permanent. And since it's not plug and play, like the factory broken one is. You see? Factory broken one. We made our own plug and play. Femmes, males. And we plug them in. After we put this guy back in the dash. See, put the knob back in. And move forward. We already got our ignition tied in with the fuse. I'm going to come down, plug this guy in, and go back outside. Do not leave that. We will get a zip tie up here. You don't need to see that. You can if you really want to be one of these guys. Here's what you can do. Just stuff it right there. And no one's going to know between me and you. Want to leave it? I'll tell them it's there. We'll just leave it. No waste plastic. Let's go outside. So while we have the hot glue warming up, I'm going to put the vents back. Left hand, driver's side. And the one screw that you just dropped. So let's finish that. See, I didn't go crazy with the hot glue. I want to make sure I can get to it later. This is just precautionary. Little dabs. Little dabs. Let's put her back up, wire her up, make sure this thing works. Let's see if they work. We've got fuse, zip tie, check. Power, 10 mils, check. 10 mil for ground, check. And let's turn this puppy on. 1, because we got ignition. 2, flip this puppy on. And we have Eureka. And they're on. Turn this puppy off. Now put it back together, the bumper, the way you found it. All clips. So there you go. Like it, don't like it, share, don't share, subscribe, don't subscribe. Thanks for watching.